Newcastle suffers their worst defeat since January of 2008. It was a 6-0 beatdown at home, courtesy of Liverpool. There are a lot of issues with Newcastle right now.
Yeah, there's no doubt. The first and foremost is the fight and the togetherness that they showed. They just fell apart. The defending backline was awful. They give in, and as a player, you can't tolerate it, particularly at home. They had no desire to try and win a game, but great credit to Liverpool. They started the game very well. They set the tempo. They had good movement in the final third, but Newcastle was awful, to say the least.
Now this play in itself is kind of indicative of the way it went for everybody. I mean, first of all, it's Coutinho winning a tackle against Ben Arfa, who came in at halftime, who actually gave them a little bit of life. But at this little bit here, where it's just, he's such a lightning rod for them right now. He's going to get a chance to play, and we're going to see more of this. Outside of the right foot, he did it twice on the day, and Sturridge roofs it. So, I mean, it started to get painful. Painful to watch, and it's so hard. And I've been in those situations as a player where you're trying to dig yourself out of it, and it just isn't going to happen on the day. But it's just bad as Newcastle was. Liverpool was still the better
side. You just sit there, you try and dig yourself out of it. They didn't try. They give in. They threw the towel in. They had no desire, no commitment, no effort. Now, even when you're getting beaten, you're on the ropes, get some organisation. Give yourself a chance. But they never. They got picked off, people being reckless, getting sent off, players walking around the field. Them type of performances get the coach to sack. And he's bought all of them.
Yeah.
So they walk around now and they get in their big cars and drive off. He has to try and rebuild that because they are in a relegation battle, and after that type of performance, they've got every chance of going down.
I think there's a lot of people in Newcastle that were hesitant to include them in the relegation battle because of the history of this club and what a strong campaign they had last season. But folks, they are right in the midst of it, and that goal differential spiked today.
Yeah, well, listen, they were in the teens as far as the goal difference started before this match. Looking at it now, it's a scary spot to be in because if confidence is low and you got to go into these kind of games with West Ham and QPR, if QPR gets any spot of life in the game against Reading, you don't want it. That's a tough one. West Ham's always going to make it a battle, and Arsenal to end it, I'm a little bit nervous about it.
When you're this close to the end of the season, it's all about getting some momentum. Sunderland have got it with the new coach coming in. Aston Villa have had some with a goal scoring of Benteke. Wigan are grinding out a couple of results. Newcastle in freefall because they've got no leadership on the field. You've got Steven Taylor, who's supposed to be getting a unit together. It was a complete shambles as a defensive unit, getting picked off. Yeah, very difficult now for a few weeks because it's all about momentum and confidence.
Just 3 games left for the Magpies, 2 of them on the road. Alan Pardue and company, they've got a lot of work ahead of them the next couple days.